Hey everyone, I am your astrologer Brittany with Horoscope.com. Here are 3 things you need to know in order to make today, Monday, April 22nd, 2019, a success. Now the first thing I want to talk about is going to be right here where the moon is in Sagittarius. When the moon's in Sagittarius, it brings our focus to traveling, adventuring, learning something new, trying something new, and expanding our horizons. Now what we've got going on today, the afternoon, right after lunchtime, is this moon in Sagittarius making an opposition here to Mars in Gemini. What this can bring, well, it can bring lots of conversations that can come up about your feelings. with Mars in a Mercury ruled sign, the moon there, communicating about your feelings, communicating about your belief systems, communicating about what's been going on with you for some time that we're trying to work out here. Could be a little bit frustrating because the moon and Mars aren't always the best friends. So you could be feeling a little bit emotionally agitated. I'm emotionally frustrated and now I have to talk about it and tell everyone about it, you know, or there could be a lot going on. I'm emotionally frustrated and so now I'm running my wheels, spinning my wheels in my head, trying to process stuff. I think the reason why we're thinking and talking about our emotions is so that we can learn. We can learn, what did we do right from the past? What did we do wrong? What can we do better? And I think we're trying to adjust our mindset, even if it's a little frustrating and difficult in the process, so that we can come out on the other side of whatever's going on right now in your life with more understanding, with more optimism, and feeling okay. All right. So that's going to go on there. The next astrological alignment isn't going to occur until after dinner time. After dinner time, this moon in Sagittarius is then going to make a square over to Neptune. As to where the moon opposite Mars is a little bit more of an outwardly social aspect, talking, verbally communicating with others, or a lot going on in your mind. This aspect that occurs in the nighttime is a lot more internal, communicating without words, feelings going on. And I think as a result of all the thinking logically, all the talking that we did earlier in the day, as we move to the nighttime, we then have to process it internally. Well, what does it mean? Now that I've talked and thought about what I can learn and what I can do new or different as a result of these things that have occurred lately in my life, how do I process it? How do I integrate it into my spirit and my soul so that I can come out on the other side okay? And there could be a need at the nighttime to spend some time alone or to spend some time in meditation or reflection so that you can take your mind off of some of these things you've been thinking about and let your spirit and soul do the work in a different kind of way. Not that you're still not thinking about all these things, but yeah, you're thinking about them differently. You're processing them internally, emotionally, with no words. That's the best way I can say it. You know, I don't want to say speaking without words, thinking without words. There's just so much going on inside that we're trying to get right with. And meditation can be very good at this time. Art, creativity, so that you can let your spirit and soul speak and make sense of everything, not just logically, but internally. All right, that's going to go on there. And that's the last thing that's going to happen with the moon today. And my first point, learn, understand what went wrong in your life in the past and how you can do things better and integrate that learning, knowing, and understanding into your life in a way that's more familiar to you and makes you feel more comfortable at whole and helps you overcome the past. Now, the second thing I want to talk about, where do I want to go? There's so many things. Man, maybe I'll talk about Venus. Yeah, I still feel like I should go there. Number 2, Venus coming into a conjunction with Chiron in Aries. We cannot be feeling that comfortable with Venus in Aries. Maybe we were a few days ago. Maybe we got psyched up to do something that we felt our soul needed in order to feel better. Maybe now that we're actually doing this thing, we're uncomfortable with it. We've upset relationships. We're not feeling that great. And I think just needing to let, just needing to let all of those feelings work in you. Because even though Venus in a conjunction with Chiron can bring up wounds, wounding. You can feel wounded by relationships, by money at this time in your life, by other people. But if you can use this moon in Sagittarius to see things in new and different ways, to learn the lessons from your past, this alignment can also bring healing. Healing for you. Healing for you standing up for yourself. Healing for you being the person that you want and need to be. Doing the things that make you comfortable so that in the future you don't have to make all these sacrifices to give all your power away, and that you can stand up for yourself. And I think that's a lot of what we're starting to deal with at this time. You know, we're starting to learn, how can I create a life for myself where I can do what it is that I want and need, and where I can do it at peace with my relationships and at peace with others. And you may not know quite how to do that, and you may not have mastered that, and you or other people may have made some mistakes in the past few days and said some things to you that weren't that nice. But as a result of those things that were said or that were felt or that you should have said that you didn't say, we're now starting to learn and understand what we need to do differently in order to create situations in our life that we feel better in as individuals, so that we can know our worth, know our value, and assert ourselves in better and different ways that are more effective at getting our point across without upsetting others, okay? And I think that's what's trying to come together. Maybe that was a really roundabout way of saying this alignment is trying to help us here get our needs met while not upsetting other people. And it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard balance to find. I don't think we found it yet, but I think we're learning today a lot of lessons on how we can start to do that more and more in the future. Get our needs met and work with others in better ways at the same time. Okay, can be very, very powerful. Could hurt at first, but could provide healing to help you do that better in the future. All right. Now the third and last thing that I'll talk about, maybe I'll go here. Number 3, Saturn coming into a conjunction with the South Node today. This doesn't happen that often, so it's not a usual alignment. What's going on here with Pluto conjunct the South Node a week or two ago? We made a huge change in our life to be something different, to break karmic bonds that have persisted in our life for years, and to restart our life and to start over. And that change has been made. We have made a huge change in our life to create different situations that are better for ourselves, which is triggering some of the hard conversations about us standing up for our own self-worth and working with others at the same time. Okay, and as a result of this change that we just recently made this month, to put our life in a different and better place, we've now made it, and we now have to commit to this change, to hold true to it, and to structure our life in new and different ways in which to support this change. And I think that's what's going on here that I want to talk to you about. You could have done some things, and people could have done some things in the past few days to you to stand up for themselves. That could have upset you. That could have been hard. You could have done things to others to stand up for yourself that could have hurt other people. You gotta let bygones be bygones. You gotta learn from the situation. You gotta try to do the best that it is that you can, but you can't stop moving forward. Even if you hurt people, you gotta try to make the best of it, make amends, apologize, do what you can, but don't look back. You gotta commit to this change in your life that it is that you're making, and try to smooth out the edges as you go along, but don't give up on what you need, on what your soul needs, and on who you want to be. Because if you can start going in that direction over time, people are going to see the sincerity behind you, the truthfulness by your actions and how they resonate with your soul, and they're going to start to understand. And they may not understand now, but if you keep trying the best that you can to be open and honest and real, they will understand later. You have to commit to a change, to do more of what you need to feel better. And you have to learn, cut your losses and learn from your mistakes so that you can move on and try to bring it all together in peaceful ways and find peaceful resolutions to issues, okay? So that's what I'll leave you with there. That is your daily planetary forecast for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you tomorrow.